I spent $20,000 to learn Spanish so you don't have to. Now, you probably know what I'm going to say. I got a college degree. I got a bachelor's degree in Spanish, and I don't regret completely, going to college, and I don't think college is a complete waste for everybody. And I also learned some things, but definitely didn't have to pay $20,000. If we're just talking about like Spanish learning, a college degree gets you other things. It's kind of like gets you a foot in the door in many jobs, and it did allow me to enter into a program here in Spain, where I've been living now for over 10 years, where I was able to teach English. They just required a college degree. It didn't matter what it was in. So in that sense, it helped me, but it wasn't not like the actual learning itself it didn't go up to the level that it was, for sure. So what I would say is, if you're a complete beginner, you have no level whatsoever, you have to keep in mind that learning a language it's really weird. It feels weird. Feels awkward. So you got to be patient with yourself and keep a positive attitude and an open mind. And then second of all, like sites like Duolingo, they're actually really good for getting that base vocabulary, learning little by little. That would be the start, kind of the spark of the flame. And then I would amplify that with some just online, maybe YouTube videos, or just getting that base vocabulary. But and then switching it up, like if you have no ability to travel or you have to stay in one spot, then I would just heavily go into watching YouTube videos, watching movies in Spanish, listening to music, knowing that you're not going to understand most of it, and that's okay. It's just about getting accustomed to the sounds and phonetics, and but if you have that freedom, come here to Spain, go to a Spanish-speaking country and immerse yourself. Stay at a hostel so you can meet people. And I can guarantee you most of these places, especially when you're showing a genuine desire to integrate to their culture, they're going to be very welcoming, very accommodating, and it's going to be really fun. Now, you can't get around the cringe part of it. You can't skip over the part where you feel like a total idiot or a baby or a toddler. You just got to do it. But that's kind of the core of learning itself, because if you want to absorb knowledge, you have to admit that you don't know. So same thing goes for language learning. So I guess there's two answers to the question of how to learn Spanish without spending $20,000 getting a college degree. And I would say the conservative one, if you can't travel, if you can't do that right now, it would be what I said: Duolingo, YouTube videos, Netflix, music, and then getting a private tutor. There's some websites where you can learn from native speakers online. So getting that's what I would do if you just don't have any mobility. But if you can travel, then I would just say do the former stuff, like, learn as much as you can online, but then just prioritize getting out there, going and traveling. And if you work online or, whatever, if you're retired, do that. Because it's a lot more rewarding, it's a lot more fun, and it's a lot more effective. I learned more just being here in Spain, and I was also in South America, than I did in the classroom. And you could argue that, it gave me a base. Maybe you're right, but both times when I went abroad, during college and right after, it was just like, I don't understand anybody, because you're taught a certain Spanish, a certain way, but there's so much novelty, there's so much, you're surrounded by so many new things that you're forced to learn. So be patient with yourself. I tell people, have a positive attitude and an open mind, and you're good to go. So a lot of the stuff in life that we want, it's simple. There's simple things, but not so simple to like execute them. We know kind of what to do, but that's what I would say. Honestly, the university Spanish that I learned, it was mostly like literature and deep grammar stuff and books and reading, and so yeah. I mean, I go to get a doner kebab here, and the people are fluent in Spanish. They've never studied Spanish in classrooms. So make the world your classroom. That's what I would say. That would be my number one recommendation, more than Duolingo, more than anything. If you can, just go and explore the world and immerse yourself in society and be a fly on the wall. Listen to people, imitate them, and yeah, you'll find that it's you probably can, if you do like full immersion, you could probably get it in a couple months maybe to be able to be conversational, depending on your aptitude and stuff like that. So anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good day.